an old model railway club, every Christmas, they support the local council. Local council have a huge Christmas tree in the middle of one of the malls, I think it is. And the model railway club put up a layout that runs around the tree. So there's 3 loops, and then there's a shuttle. And they put collecting cans round, and they collect lots of money for charity that way, lots of money. But the problem they had that they came to me with was that they switch it on and it runs all day long. So there's 4 locals running around the circuit the entire day for the entire Christmas period. So you can imagine the amount of wear on their locals. Plus, there are regular derailments, and then the mall staff come in and live up to their name. They mull the locals while they're putting them back on the tracks. So what they wanted to do was to have a situation where the public could press a button and the local would go around X number of times and stop. And that would mean that during quiet times, maybe only one local, maybe no locals would be actually moving, and it would save on all the wear. And they could also sort of kid on the public that you have to put money in the box before you press the button, although there's no electronic link really. So I spoke to Dennis. Dennis was over, and I made up some little kits of parts for him. And I thought it'd be appropriate to discuss what we did, because it would be useful. Some other members here who are in model railway clubs might want to do something similar at exhibitions where the public can press a button and see trains moving. At one of the previous workshops on electronics too, for those people who attended, they may remember we looked at the 555 timer and its various iterations. So the first thing I did to go to the website to look for the monostable calculator. Now, we know that the circuit for it is that you press the button and the output will stay high for a time, and that time is determined by the value of resistance and capacitance here. And if you put in values for R and C into this website, well, there's the trigger pulse, giving you the output pulse. They have a calculator there. Now, that's fine, but the problem we had was that they weren't sure what time they needed. So we could put in values and it would pump out 30 seconds or 90 seconds, but they weren't sure until they actually installed the boards. So what I came up with was that same circuit. It's the exact same circuit, except instead of having a fixed resistor, we put a trimmer or a pot in series with it. And the value in here would determine the minimum delay. And then depending on what you set the trimmer to, will give you a range on top of that. So you might, for example, set that to be 30 seconds minimum, but 90 seconds maximum, or whatever. So with that in mind, I put together, using the design software, a very quick minimum component module. Push the button, the output goes high, and you can take those to a relay. And that means we can then go back in here, and it wanted something like roughly 30 seconds to 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes, something like that. So we came up with, if we put in 470 microfarads and we put in, say, 47K, you get 24 seconds. That would be with the trimmer at 0. If I use a 220K trimmer, then it would mean that would jump up as far as 267. So with that circuit I just showed you, we can go from 24 seconds to 140 seconds. And that lets the members build those little modules, take them along, and they'll switch on the power to the track via the relay. It's just a fixed speed for the rotations. And then they can tweak it on the day before they walk away and leave it. The parts cost roughly £1 and plus the price of the relay. So it's a very cheap thing to implement if members wanted to have that for, say, a club layout. I thought that'd be worth raising today.